Dude, you do everything to not be ready when I'm asking you to be ready.
Don't do that because I'm not ready.
Are you nervous?
Yeah, I'm nervous.
I know you are.
I've never been with a superstar before.
Boy, film this damn video.
Right. Oh,
I'm about to choke.
Watch out with your title. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Lazy Sundays with Deontay and Naja Monet over here. This is episode 4.
Yes.
I think so.
Episode 4.
So, for all my new people, thank you for tuning in. Go ahead and hit that like and subscribe button. For all my people coming back, man, let's get to it, man. I appreciate y'all. I give y'all a hug, COVID air hug. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what y'all got.
Oh my gosh.
Let's get right into it.
So, first topic is Kim K files for divorce. We've been hearing about this for a while. And I don't know. I will believe it when I see it, honestly. And I can't blame her for wanting to get a divorce because it's just been a lot. And I feel like she's honestly stuck by Kanye this whole entire time. I mean, granted, we don't know what was going on behind closed doors. For all we know, she ain't been fucking with him for a long time. And they just been putting on a show, you know, for the fact that they are public figures. And it's like, let's look like we're one big happy family, but we're really not. But I mean, I don't really have much to say about it because I really don't care, honestly. But it's just like, I guess when you look at the whole overall stuff that has unfolded over the past couple of years, I get it. And I do feel like maybe it was probably difficult for her considering his, you know, mental illness and things like that. And I know it's not easy to just be like, oh, I'm just going to part ways from this person. And I'm sure it's other things outside of that. So that's just my take on it.
Yeah, that's the main thing. I mean, it's really hard to say because honestly, I don't know what exactly they're getting a divorce for or why she's filing for divorce.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure. I feel like she said before, you know, like just dealing with somebody with a mental illness and how hard it was. But it's really hard to say, man. I want to look at it in a situation from, like if she was I guess, a normal citizen or non-famous, I would look at it more so from a sense where it's like, it's been tough, you know what I'm saying, being a mom. How many kids they got? Like 3 or 4?
No, they got a lot.
They got a lot of kids.
I think it's like 4 or 5.
So you got all those kids. So it's being a mom, and then on top of it, you're a celebrity. You're married to a celebrity. You're married to a celebrity with their own things going on mentally, things that you can. I guess you can't necessarily fix in a sense. It's just something that, you know what I'm saying, you try to go about the best way as far as dealing with it. So I guess, you know, that's a lot of stress. It would seem like a lot of stress to me. But at the same time, on the other end, they do so many things for monetary value. It's like... You just don't know. Yeah. So, like, on one hand, I want to be like, you know what I'm saying? Hey, man, whatever you feel like you need to do and what needs to be done, go ahead and do that shit, bro. But on the other hand, I'm like, I feel like this is a storyline for their last season because it's supposed to be their last season.
I think it's already airing. So,
but this
matter.
is their last season, right?
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure this has something to do with the storyline or somewhere in there. So part of me
I think this is the real deal.
It could be. Like, I mean, I'm assuming.
I don't care about Kim, so.
I'm assuming it is, man. More power to it, man. If you feel like y'all came to this place, man, I don't know. Yeah. You know, it is what it is. So. Yep. Hopefully they both find happiness.
Well, moving on to more interesting things. Apparently, Deontay was telling me about this earlier. I don't know too much about this. I'm going to let him tell y'all about it. Talking about like 2 women where they dressed up as like old women to get the vaccines. This is going to be quick because this is just stupid as hell. It's just like, y'all want to die that bad? I mean, maybe that's a little harsh because a lot of people have already.
They don't want to die. That's the thing.
But it's like you don't know what this vaccine is going to do to you. You in so much of a hurry. But I mean, I guess if you believe in it and whatever, that's fine. To each his own. But I'm just like, y'all gonna go to those extents to get the vaccine. But go ahead and, you tell us more about it.
Oh, you
I don't
pretty
know.
much wrapped it up. Two ladies in Orlando, Florida. As Charlamagne says,
Florida.
all the craziest people in America come from Florida and the Bronx.
Yeah.
And boy, so yeah, two ladies dressed up as grannies. They had on bonnets, old lady glasses, and gloves, with their hats and everything, trying to get their second COVID vaccine.
That's
is
crazy.
Even funnier
So they got
got the
first.
first one. They got the first one. They got through that shit because it's Florida. And I guess on the second one, they was like, nah, this shit ain't working. The titties a little too perky for being grandma. So
You ain't had to talk about their breasts.
I did, bro. I mean, I don't know. I'm assuming they got titties. They might not have no titties. But
keep in mind, they 34 and 44.
Yeah,
you too damn grown to be lying.
Nowhere near 65. I just want to know how this first time went. Like, the first time y'all went, who was working that day? It was like, yo, I knew them ladies. So somebody looked at them and was like, bro, these grandmas look good as hell. For them to be 65, your skin is tight, Beth Ann George.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, so they ended up getting caught, and that's kind of the gist of it.
Yeah, stupid.
Just seeing what's going on down in Florida, man.
Stupid as hell. Like, it's not that serious. It is stupid because it's like, here saying they're 34 and 44, it's like you expect that from people that are younger, and it's like, all right, you really trying to get the vaccine or whatever, because everybody don't have access to it right now. So I get it when it's like someone younger, but when you grown as hell, it's like, why you gonna get in trouble for something like this? Like, you too old to be lying to the government to be like, well, I answered my own question. People lying to the government. I mean,
it's like an episode of Moesha.
Why is everything referenced?
To the E to the.
Okay. Anyway, so I really wanted to
hating on 90s nostalgia.
Deontay likes to step on my transitions, so we're gonna move on from these old ladies, these old biddies, old biddies.
They had a good idea, man. They got the first test.
So anyways, apparently Boosie was running his mouth as he always does.
Jesus Christ.
And he was basically talking about Lori Harvey and was saying how people shouldn't be champion, her. He's seeing people big her up and pretty much saying like, y'all basically saying that y'all would want like your daughters and them to pretty much represent themselves like that online, pretty much insinuating that like she's a hoe basically. And it's like, oh, why y'all bigging that up? And I feel like it's always been a double standard when it's come down to men dating versus when women are dating. And I just don't understand it. It's annoying. It's like, we're in 2021. Like, why are we still talking about stuff like this? And then why are you worried about her vagina? Like, why do you care? And then you don't know this girl. So yeah, she may have dated a lot of men in the industry, but you don't know if she had sex with all of them. And that's the thing that I think people are missing is like, yeah, you see her with a lot of these different guys, but how many men do you see do that in the industry? They're linked to so many different women and nobody says anything about it. Nobody's like, oh, I can't believe he talking to her and now he talking to her. Nobody cares about that. But then when a female does it, it's like, oh, she a hoe and y'all shouldn't be championing this girl. Like, no, we are, because for so long men have done it and everybody else, oh, that's a good thing, high five. And then women are getting dragged and treated horrible, getting cheated on left and right. But then when Lori Harvey comes out here and tries to have what it seems to be honest relationships, she's called a hoe. It's like, you don't even know she's having sex with all these guys.
Yeah, you definitely don't. I don't think I've heard Lori Harvey ever speak in my life.
No. Good for her.
And of course, people having the backlash to it because anytime you mind somebody else's business on the internet usually comes back and tell you to chill the fuck out.
Yeah,
but
especially Boosie.
Boosie that made like 3 Instagram videos, I think, just talking about it, and I ain't heard her say a peep. But it's like, what can you say? People gonna talk about you.
Yep.
And people gonna run their mouth. You just gotta live your life, man. I don't know this girl personally to say what she been doing or anything as far as the moves she making. She living her life. She a young girl out here running around pretty much being free and happy.
Exactly.
They just want to buy her shit.
Being grown.
This is the thing. Because you can't really look at it that way and then not look at it like from the guy. Because it's like if she a hoe or she's this and that, then it's like, what does that say about every dude? It's kind of like how I felt about the Kim K situation. Where it's like, apparently she's messing around with all these dudes, but yet everybody's trying to marry her. Mm-hmm. Everybody's trying to buy her this and this and this. And y'all not really playing it as if she's that type of girl. So what is it? Is like the perception is this, but the reality is something completely different. Because that's not how they treat her.
And I guess, sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. Go ahead.
Oh, no, I was just saying that's not how they treat her. Everybody, pretty much giving her, or I guess playing the girlfriend, like, relationship role versus it being more of a, hey, if she's what you saying she is, I don't feel like the amount of effort should go into it. If you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Oh, my question is, because I've been seeing this floating around a lot, and that's the first thing that I heard about, or I thought about, should I say, when I heard about this story is, do you care about your significant other or whoever you're trying to date? Do you care about their body count? Is that something that you would bring up? Like, do you care?
No, honestly, that's not something I necessarily bring up. If it come, I don't know. See, this is the thing. We younger me probably would have a different response. Mm-hmm. Because of course you don't want to be in a situation where you feel like your partner was giving themselves to a lot of people. But in a sense, at the same time, it's like when you're an adult and you're grown and you realize that sex is just one of those things that happen in life with adults, it just becomes and then because it's always been that old saying too, as far as that vagina having a certain amount of miles on it and how it is after said miles. And the older you get, you see that a lot of that stuff and a lot of that shit that niggas used to say growing up, a lot of that shit is just not true. So once you, I guess, mature as an adult, and you start to realize that a lot of the things being said or that you heard growing up not only aren't true, but far from it, it's kind of like the body count thing kind of loses its luster in a sense. Because it's like, I'm trying to think of what's a wild number that you would hear that make you be like,
but that's but then that would mean that
how would you know though?
But that would mean that you would care. And I guess my response to that is, I feel like to me it depends on how that person got to that number, if that makes any sense. I'm not worried about it being a large number. I'm more worried about how did you get to this large number, meaning were you out here, like it's different if you just like living free and everybody, you know what I'm saying, is like they understand what's going on. And I have a big issue with people stepping in other people's relationships. The majority of the people that you were sleeping with were people that were in relationships. Then it's kind of weird because I'm like, you just was out here just, you know what I'm saying? And I know to some people it's like, oh, it doesn't matter. It's still a body count. But I feel like it depends on how you got there. Because then to me, that tells me a lot about your character. It has nothing to do with the amount of people that you're having sex with. It's like, well, look at how you moving. Like, you just like to mess with people that are in another situation. So that brings a whole nother beast to it. But I don't really care if you was dealing with a lot of different people. To me, that was before me. It doesn't bother me as long as it's not something that is interfering with our relationship currently. I don't really care. As long as, because this is the thing, like I was just saying, it's hard to really know because you can say anything. Yeah. You can come up and be like 73. Yep. And if you say that after the fact, as far as us having relations or us being around each other, yada yada yada, it's like, how would you even know? And then it shouldn't matter either. I'm not saying that it does. No, I'm just saying, but it just shouldn't matter, period. Because if it's always a double standard with men and women. You know, it's like, it's rare that you would find a guy with a low body count. Honestly, You know what I'm saying? Compared to maybe whoever he's dealing with as far as a female. So I feel like it's always frowned upon for a female to have like a large body count. And I don't like that this is like referenced and linked to Lori Harvey because it's insinuating that she has a large body count. So, but this just came about because people are assuming. So, but I just feel like in general, it's a good conversation to have because it talks about that double standard and it really shows just like how much it truly is a double standard. And a lot of men have been saying like, oh, I do care. And it's just like, but you have a large body count. So why is it not okay for her? And it's like, oh, because she shouldn't have been out here like that. But it's fine for me. So
I think it's just as long as it's not a situation where your spouse can end up in a film or some type of
compromising situation
where it's not a situation where, like, let's say if she does that for a living, then that's one thing. Like, I can't get mad at her for that because that's the industry that you in. So, but it's another thing to be like, oh, she works at Target, but shit in this video with these 3 other dudes. Or it's a situation I feel like...
but if it's consensual, it doesn't matter.
It don't matter. She can do it, yes, but that's an awkward thing for it to be out is what I'm saying. I'm not saying it's something that she did.
Yeah, but that's a whole nother thing set aside from body count.
No, but that's my point. As long as it's not a situation like that where... it's footage of you doing things with guys.
No, I get it.
And it's out
because that may be where you draw the line where you're like, oh, that's too much. Yeah,
it is. Or it's
I get it.
A similar situation to that would be if you had like random exes and a lot of people coming up to you or doing little things to make the relationship awkward. Now,
this is why you should not send nude photos. And that's just that on that. I don't even care. I want to hear it because that can be something that could come up to haunt you. To each his own. Like, that's cool, sis. If that's what you do, that's cool. But I just find that a lot of men are like, no, it's fine. It's fine. I'm your boyfriend. It's cool. But these are the things that come up where that's not your fault. You were in a relationship. You took these pictures. You break up, and now the next person that you're with, and you're serious with them, trying to build a family, and then something like that come back to haunt you. That could be like the worst thing ever. And then whoever you with might be like, I draw the line at that. Like, why two of your exes got your pictures floating around?
That's weird. I mean, I would as your spouse. I don't feel like that's necessarily fair to draw the line there.
Some people do though, because it's hard for them.
It makes it weird to still have past people like your exes or people that you used to mess with that have their news in general. Yeah. So in that situation, I feel like the energy probably directed at the wrong person.
That's true.
Because it's like, but see, that's different from me getting on Pornhub and seeing you on some stuff. Like, you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like the nude photos, it's like it's something that it's like if that's your ex, I'm pretty sure they see you naked. So I'm looking at it like that.
But yeah, so that's all we have for this week. Nothing was really going on in the media, nothing interesting. So yeah, I don't know. I don't really know what else to say because that's it. So I hope you guys enjoyed.
Have a good week, man.
See, I told you, he likes to step on my transitions. Like, he's such the diva, it's ridiculous. I'm just like...
There's no diva over here. This is the Niger with Deontay show.
And with that being said, we will see y'all next Sunday.
Make sure you guys like and subscribe.
Yes.
Leave a comment. Let me know what y'all got going on next week, man. Let me know what y'all want us to discuss.
Yes. We definitely want to know.
I haven't heard from you. Reach out to me. Let me know.
No comments. We want to talk.
Let me know what's up.
We ain't got nobody to talk to because we've been quarantined.
We just talking shit about everybody else's life. Let me talk shit about your life.
We just be arguing.
Damn it.
Arguing.
I'm trying to argue about your life next time. The hell you got in your refrigerator?
What?
Bro, I'm sick of bro. Let me see what's in your refrigerator.
Oh, I'm sorry,
Tell me what's
y'all.
in your refrigerator.
Oh, my gosh. We'll see y'all next week.
It better not be baking soda.
Bye, guys.